remember President Obama, before he became president, he said, in 5 days, we're going to fundamentally transform America. And I asked the question, can you even like, much less love something you want to fundamentally transform? The example I use, I wake up in the morning, look at my wife, Jane. Jane, I love you, and I'm going to change everything about you. You need fundamental transformation. So that's the problem. I'm not saying Democrats. I think most Democrats love this country, but their leaders do not. And that's, you can't lead a country if you don't love its people or the country itself.
You know Wisconsin well. Maybe we focus in on the state. It's a key swing state for a reason, right? The back and forth. Will it, won't it go red this time around? Senator, how are you feeling when you talk to folks? How are things looking so far?
Well, listen, I know people are going to vote for Donald Trump are highly enthused because they realize this is a make or break moment in America. In Wisconsin, every Wisconsinite, just to live, it's costing them $1,000 more than it cost before President Biden took office. You know, we're experiencing the open border with a flood of drugs, methamphetamine, fentanyl, overdoses. You know, we have some populations, 1,000 migrants into a little town like Whitewater, 15,000 overwhelming their education system, their law enforcement, their hospitals. So, we're feeling the negative consequences of Democrat governance. And I just hope and pray that the Wisconsinites have their eyes open and stop listening to the legacy media and start paying attention to what the truth and what the reality situation is.
Yeah, and maybe they are. We showed some of the polling average, 538 at a polling average within your state, sir. It's even. Even the New York Times has it at a dead heat. It's even. You look at the number, and yes, you see Harrison Green, but just look at the number, 47 to 47. If you get down to the decimal point, 47.9 to 47.8. I mean, this is again just polling. But many are pointing, many pollsters are pointing to 2020 and 2016, saying that this candidate, the current vice president, is underperforming compared to Hillary Clinton or Joe Biden. What's happening with the Democrat Party in your mind?
Well, hopefully they're imploding, but I don't expect that. They've got a good ground game. It's so much easier for Democrats. All they really have to do is mine votes in Madison, Milwaukee, a couple other areas. Republicans, we have to go throughout the state. Every little, small town. Eric Hovde, our Senate candidate, an extraordinary individual. He's doing that. We've got Assembly and state Senate candidates doing the same thing. So we're putting in the legwork. We're contacting and talking to Wisconsinites and talking about the issues that really affect them most. So again, I'm cautiously optimistic. In a sane world with an unbiased media, this election wouldn't even be close. But it's Wisconsin, it'll be close.
Yeah, it will. And so sometimes you wonder, does it come down to those last minute errors or gaffes on the campaign trail? Could it be this garbage comment that encourages, some Republicans who are more hesitant to actually show up and vote for Donald Trump this time around? President Biden had released a statement on X clarifying his remarks again. He was saying that the garbage comment was in response to that one comment and not Trump supporters at large. Even the White House going on to defend what he meant by that. Let's listen to how they describe what happened.
Just to clarify, he was not calling Trump supporters garbage, which is why he this is why he wanted to make sure that we put out a statement that clarified what he meant and what he was trying to say. And so just want to make that very clear for folks who are watching.
And so, like I said, he was calling out that specific insult comment that appeared at the Madison Square Garden rally. You think that explains it away?
No, his spokeswoman is lying. It's obvious. Joe Biden thinks half Americans that support Donald Trump are garbage. He thinks we're potential domestic terrorists. Hillary Clinton thinks we're deplorables. President Obama thinks we get bitter and we cling to our guns and religion. And remember, again, that transformation of America. You don't transform something that you love and that you like. So, no, the Democrat leadership, they don't like this country. They want to fundamentally transform it, and they don't like at least half Americans. Quite honestly, they really don't care that much about the people that vote for them. They just want their votes so they can accumulate power, and they're using that power to destroy this country. So, again, I hope Americans awaken to the urgency of this moment and realize that this is a make-or-break moment. We've got to get out there and join the coalition. Look at the coalition that President Trump is putting together. Bobby Kennedy, Tulsi Gabbard, Brett Favre, Elon Musk. These are people that realize Democrats are the danger to democracy, not Donald Trump. Donald Trump loves this country. Donald Trump supporters love this country as well.
Information. Truth is freedom. Is Newsmax. It's real news for real people.